Have you ever wondered what the spirit world has to do with your manifesting? Let's try that again now that we're live on Instagram. Have you ever wondered what the spirit world has to do with your power to manifest? What does the spirit world have to do with your power to manifest? And we're going to talk about that today on this Terrific Tips. Welcome, everyone. My name is Larkin, and I have been a transformational and manifesting coach, mindset coach for over 15 years now. I'm also a lifelong intuitive psychic medium with a very intact cosmic memory. So I help people remember who they are, what it's like on the other side, channel and communicate. And I'm here today to combine those two things and talk with you all for just about 10 minutes for terrific tips. And in these terrific tips, I give you guys really powerful ways you could do to enhance your manifesting, to discover how to manifest successfully, to discover what you're doing wrong and what you need to do right. And since I'm an intuitive psychic medium, I thought today it would be fun to discuss how the spirit world plays a huge role in supporting you in manifesting. As a matter of fact, you have come into this world as an innate natural manifester because guess what? That's what you are on the other side. Now, my audience is a combined audience. So I have those of you that are just, you don't believe in any of that. You don't believe in spirit. You don't believe there's anything after we pass away. And then we have people who are just into that and they just believe in the ooga booga spiritual stuff. Well, guess what, guys? They are connected. And your ability to manifest what you want in this world includes both aspects because guess what? You are a whole being. You are eternal consciousness. Your soul is eternal. Your electromagnetic energy, literally, that is conscious. Now you have a vibration that gives you a physical body so you can be in physical form. Nothing's really physical, but we'll leave it at that. So if you're going to manifest in this world, it's a lot more challenging than it is on the other side where you came from. We say we go to heaven when we die. Well, guess what? There is no death, but that's another conversation. You came from over there first. So you already know how to manifest. It's in that observer behind your thoughts, as Eckhart Tolle describes it. The problem is when you're born, you have amnesia. And that's so you can start over and have a nice, fresh life experience. You can play here in this world and play the identity of whatever person you are right now. That's temporary. It's just a second, a blink of an eye in the big spectrum of eternity. But it seems like a big deal. So why not use your amazing physical brain, your temporary egoic mind, combined with that observer behind your thoughts and your innate ability to manifest and wake that up? That's what I'm really excited about doing for everyone. Not just teaching you to manifest from a brain perspective, but as an entire being. Because guess what? If you think, hey, I want that car, that house, that person, this lifestyle, that is never really going to satisfy you. The reason you want those things, as Abraham Hicks says, is because of the way they make you feel. So guess what? If you go for the way you want to feel, what you want to experience, and then you use those things to envision and to be a part of your manifesting process, the universe will actually deliver something even better that will amaze and surprise you. The universe will actually give you what will actually really give you those experiences, those feelings that you're after. And oftentimes we get so caught up in the little stuff. And this is part of my instruction for you today, because we get so caught up in the details of what we want that we don't actually allow the universe to deliver something bigger, what we really want. So we have to understand, number one, and I hope you take notes for these terrific tips, because it's going to take you practice and process to create the little changes that result in the transformation of the patterns that you manifest. Boy, isn't that a mouthful. So go back and make sure you listen to this again and you take notes, okay? Because what you're really after is transformation when you manifest. Anything you want to manifest is outside of your comfort zone. That means it's unfamiliar, And although it may be what you idealize and you dream of, guess what? You're not comfortable with it yet because it's not your reality. And we are only comfortable with the current state of our reality. So here's an example. Let's say you're broke and you want to be a millionaire. And I ask you, how would it feel to be a millionaire? And you'd say, wow, if I was just a millionaire, life would be perfect. But there's so many things you don't know about because you're not a millionaire yet. You don't realize all the legalities involved. You don't know the time and effort and the process that it would take to protect and maintain that money. You don't know your obligation and the changes for taxes. You can't guesstimate how your friends and family are going to change their relationships with you, how often you're going to have to decide if you tell them yes or no. You're going to start wondering, do those people like me for my money? Does that person want to date me for my money, or do they really like me? There is an endless stream of things you cannot anticipate if you haven't been a millionaire yet. Hey, Katie, welcome. Thanks for joining me. So keep in mind, everything you want, everything is outside of your comfort zone. And that should be motivation for you to want to get out of your comfort zone, right? So when we keep this in mind and we look at the bigger picture, we can ask ourselves this question, okay? How does the spirit world play a role in our manifesting? Well, part of this I've already answered for you. You came from the other side already. So you are an innate manifester, right? But the other thing is you naturally, innately, and eternally know how to do it. You see, on the other side, all you have to do is conceptualize. You don't really think on the other side. Thinking is for our brain. We don't have a brain over there. But we conceptualize, right? So we'll call it thinking, but it's not really. You just think about what you want and boom, you're there. Can you imagine if that happened in this world? Can you imagine if you got mad at somebody and you said, man, I just wish I was on a desert island somewhere and didn't have to deal with you. Boom, you'd be on that desert island, right? Then you'd have to wish yourself back. Or what if people could get really angry and wish harm to others? Harm would come to them immediately, right? So it's really a gift and a blessing that our manifestations here in this world are not as instantaneous as they are on the other side or realities with a lighter vibrational frequency. Okay. So we're given here in this world a little leeway, a little wiggle room to make mistakes, which we're supposed to make, and to learn in the process. Hey, Natalie, welcome. Thanks for tuning in. We're doing terrific tips. So it's really important to understand that since you're here now with free will, where manifesting is really grueling, it's a lot more difficult than it is on the other side, your spirit team can really assist you. Because guess what? You are the manifested, incarnated version of your spirit team right now. They're still on the other side, outside of time and space. So they can see where you are, how you got there, how things are going to turn out, what the quickest way to do things is. And they can do so much for you vibrationally. They can give you hints in your ears, in signs and messages, in your dreams, and your intuition, which is your soul's voice, comes through and always has the same advice and message as your angels, spirit guides, loved ones, and ascended masters that make up your spirit team. So guess what? You have such a council of support for you. So for those of you that are atheist or agnostic, it doesn't matter. This energy is still there for you. Understand that I'm a science girl. Science and spirituality are not mutually exclusive. Science has just not come to the point yet where it yet completely lines up with the spiritual awareness that we learn from within or that we remember. But they actually work in harmony. You don't have to know your angels or spirit guides are there. You just might get a gut feeling, right? Or somebody might walk down the street and drop a hint, or somebody might say something 3 times to you and you think, huh, maybe I should follow that advice. It was suggested to me 3 times. These are all ways that your spirit team works with you, no matter what you believe. Now, would I recommend getting to know your spirit team? Heck yes. because I've done it my whole life and it is super fun. You know what it's like to know that you have beings in spirit walking beside you? It's unbelievable. I would be bored to death in this world if I didn't have that. But for those of you that haven't experienced that yet, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't even matter if you believe what I'm saying. What you do need to understand is that everything is energy, and there are greater forces at work that you are a part of. And it is through your power of choice. It's through your power of choice that you turn these desires, these intuitions, these gut feelings, these driving motivations from your spirit team into reality. And how do they come through? Before we log off today, I want to show you how they come through to you in very practical ways. Because guess what? Spirit is practical. It's not ooga booga. It's not fluffy like you see in a lot of these readers or these programs or people talking about their angels or spirit guides. They are practical. It's like, hey, get out of the way. There's a car coming. Hey, maybe you should reschedule that plane ride. And then that plane ends up having issues, right? Or you end up staying home and getting sick that week. Spirit is practical. So when we go about manifesting, it's important to understand that life is like a game of chess. You have to do your part. You have to pick up on the signs, the intuitions, the signals, the practical messages, and then spirit, and only then, because you have free will and you're the driver. See, it's either your intuition and that observer behind your thoughts, as Eckhart Tolle says, or it's your egoic mind being programmed and brainwashing by everybody else who's not getting what they want, right? It's one of those two things that's going to drive your decisions. And what you need to be doing is authentically manifesting. That means manifesting from the authentic you, not the neighbor down the street that tells you you should be doing this, or your girlfriends that say, hey, if you want a good man, you got to do that. They don't know because they're not you. Now, some advice is definitely worth taking, but what we need to do is balance our lives and make sure we're in alignment with our higher true selves. This is how we get in alignment authentically. And when we don't manifest authentically, which everybody thinks they are, but most people aren't being authentic when they think they are, what happens is when we don't manifest authentically, we have to start over. We have to redo things. We've spent all this time and energy, which is never wasted, by the way. But we go, oh man, I did that for over 10 years with my business, only to realize these are not the type of clients I thought they were, and I don't want to work with them. This is not what I want to be. This is not what I want to be supporting. This isn't making me happy. Oh my gosh, I had to start over from scratch. And you know what? It happens. But it's because my voice got louder than my intuition. So today's terrific tips is learn the intuitive voice that resides within you. This is what my Awakening Your Intuition program is about. If you guys are interested in that, you can always message and we can have a discovery call and we can see if that's a right match for you or not. But learning to distinguish between your mind, your egoic thoughts, which can be brainwashed and programmed, at 95% of your mind you're not aware of is actually running and creating your life, or get back in touch with the observer behind your thoughts, the real, wise, powerful, connected, eternal you, your soul's voice. That voice gets drowned out and smothered by everybody else's opinions, by your fear of everybody else's opinions, by your fear of making mistakes, by the constant chatter and thinking that runs your life. And you have to learn how to tell the difference between those thoughts and your intuitive voice. And the more you learn to do it and you start to practice, guess what? Quieter your mind becomes, and the louder and stronger your intuition is, until it is so natural and innate that manifesting starts to become easy and absolutely fun and amazing, because you learn to work, not control what's happening in your life. You can never do that all the way, but you learn to work as a team with the universe, with your spirit team at your back. Now, before we close up, if you like this, don't forget to give this video a like. Facebook is not letting me go live for some strange reason. I have 0 restrictions on my account. So I've decided, you know what? This is my spirit team's way of telling me we've been trying to get you to build your YouTube channel for years and you haven't done it. So we've cut you off Facebook and now you're stuck with YouTube, which I love. So please go ahead if you like this, subscribe. I'm doing all of my lives from now on through YouTube. So you can see on my Facebook page, which I did not post my banner, you can always find me on my Facebook page and you can see all of my upcoming events and everything that I offer on there, but then pop over to YouTube to join all my lives. And if you subscribe, you can comment and I can answer your questions. I've been so busy talking. Some people did comment here. Natalie says, yes. Katie says, catching up and sharing. Yay! You love my readings, Natalie. Awesome. Well, guys, if you like this and you find it useful, please invite others to join me here. Let's try to build this YouTube page so we can create more conscious manifestors in the world, so I can answer your questions for free and I can share topics that you want to listen to. Don't forget to check my Facebook Psychic Medium page for all my fun upcoming events and all my lives that are coming up. And I will see you next Thursday for more terrific tips. Natalie and Katie, everyone that joined in the rebroadcast, thank you for tuning in. Good night.